May pips be upon you. I hope your weekend has been great up to this point, and I hope it was filled with a lot of leisure. All right. In the coming weeks, we have the FOMC. That'll be coming on Wednesday. All right. The markets are going to move kind of sideways-ish because they don't want to have any crazy looking breakouts or anything prior to the news. Everything is hinging on that, especially in USD USD pairs. Okay, so bear that in mind. There's going to be some short-term moves that I'm going to talk about today. All right, but just understand that they're short-term moves and things probably are going to change come Wednesday as far as the bias is concerned, whether it's bullish or bearish in whatever pair we're in. All right, let's start with the Dixie. I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Let's do a top down on the Dixie. All right, this is the monthly, what we can see. I love this this impulse and how price stayed up here and made this high point here, right? Right. But what I look for on every time frame is when price gets to the highest point or reaches a an order block or something, I'm looking for signs of reversal, and that's what price did give us. Just remember, price is fractal, and structure is structure. Doesn't matter the time frame. So I look for the same things in the higher time frames as I do the lower time frames. It's price is fractal. You'll see the same patterns repeated in formed in any time frame, all of them. Okay, so price formed that reversal pattern. All right, what I call a high, higher, lower. All right, you can call it head and shoulders, you can call it Quasimodo, whatever. But I'm looking for those points, something that's high, something that goes higher, and then something that can't quite get any higher. A failed second attempt is what I called it. Okay, now let's take a look. Where's our last break of structure? Okay, that's always important. We had a break of structure here. Why do I call it structure? Because we have a lower, we had this high, lower low, lower high, lower low. All right, we didn't break this lower high yet, so that's something to bear in mind. This would have been this lower low. It's not lower than this one. All right, so bear in mind what your trading range is. All right, when prices break past here, I know for sure that prices of the market is bearish. If I know from here, price breaks above there, I know the market is bullish. This one is not a valid higher high because it didn't break that high. All right. This isn't a valid lower low because it didn't break that low. All right. What they are is they are structure, just minor structure. And you get enough minor structure to break in either direction, then you can start to say, hey, if I got two breaks of structure or minor structure in the same direction, probably that is the bias. There are more buyers than sellers, and I should be looking for buys. You understand the thinking? Okay, we have a double bottom here in this monthly order block, and that's a bullish sign, isn't it? All right, we make this invalid higher high, but it is higher, lower than or in relation to this one. We come back, and we double top, and we double bottom, and then we form this bullish order block. This is what I want to see, a bullish engulfer inside an order block, a bullish order block, by the way. And when you get that, you have a good inkling that price is probably trying to keep the bullish momentum, maintain it. All right, I'll look for a retest of this or the price inefficiency, the move, and price continued up bullishly from here. Now let's take a closer look at that on the weekly. On the weekly, what can we see? We see that price, I marked it as a break of structure. Again, this is a short-term high. All right. It's a minor structure, but it's still structure. All right. So it makes the thing that I want you to catch here, get all this stuff out of the way, is there was a break of this high here, and I'm looking for price to return to the impulsing order block that sent it to break that in the first place, and that would be this one right here. All right, it's on a daily. You can refine this down to the daily order block because we're on a weekly time frame right now, but this is the one you would be looking at. You refine it down to a daily, and you see how price banked off of it. Watch. Let's go down to the daily, and we get a good view. All right, we see the break of structure, and price came down, retested this daily order block. All right, and bounced here, and we see how bullish these next candles are. We got a new bullish engulfer here, you know what I mean? And we broke a bearish order block. Got it? You break a bearish order block, you can confirm that price is maintaining bullish momentum. See this magic retail trend line? It was being respected, you know, but more importantly, I want you to see how price responded to this daily order block here. That's a higher low. That is another bullish indication. All right. It didn't break this low to make a lower low. All right. It couldn't. Price wants to maintain bearish momentum, and we're heading up. Now, only thing left to do is to see how price responds when it gets up to this daily order block. Are we going to see signs of reversal up here? That's the question. Or is price going to bust through? Keep something in mind. The FOMC, by the time the FOMC comes around, that decision day on Wednesday, price is going to be up here. This is the Dixie now. We'll know whether price will break on through this or respect this bearish order block and start heading down, which would indicate weakness in the dollar. All right, so this is something to watch. But up until it gets there, we're looking at dollar strength. All right, for the short term. All right, let's go to the next pair, Euro USD. What do we see? I see a break of structure. All right, I'm not talking about this one. This is significant. A break of structure to the downside, and what would we look for is a return to the impulse. This impulsing order block is where we return to. Now, what do I have up here? Equal highs. Aha, price didn't break and close past that high. So what do we see it as? A liquidity grab. Stop orders that are here and buy orders for people that are looking for a breakout trade to take to the top. They can take all of that liquidity for the intended move, which is down. Poor guys up here. So price travels down bearishly, very bearishly, and we're looking to see what happens when price reaches this daily order block. The inverse of what is happening with the Dixie, as the Dixie comes up to this daily order block up here. Okay, so we're going to see by the time the FOMC comes around, we're going to see if price is going to break through this daily and even penetrate into this weekly order block. And we're going to look for reversal signs to see if price is going to change from a bearish to a bullish bias or not. We're going to find out in a little bit. All right, just give it a couple of days. This one's closer to the daily order block than the Dixie is to the bearish order block. So we definitely got to see, we got to find out what the reactions are going to be on the lower time frames once our price comes into contact with this order block. Let's go to the next pair, EURJPY. Here we have a break of structure to the upside. All right, we broke these highs, and we're expecting that price the price to return to the impulse. All right. And we have a 3-day impulse right here. All right. Price has already come down here before, but I'm noticing that we have a quasi or inverted head and shoulders. We have my low, lower, higher. The weak. I'm hoping that this ends up as a weak attempt to go lower than this this low here. I'm hoping that, because that would be a lovely reversal, and we can take price to the upside from here. I just need you to notice how close we are. And this was not a major structure, major bit of structure that it broke. This was a short time high here. But here we see that price is coming towards that impulsing order block. So we'll see if we get that reversal here and then price turns up. You know, this is going to probably happen before Wednesday. So this bears watching. All right. We'll see what happens when price gets into this 3-day order block. But until that point, you know, price looks pretty, the EURJPY, the euro looks pretty weak here. So we'll see what happens. Let's go to the next pair. That's the pound USD. Listen, I'm apologizing because I'm low energy right now and I'm stuttering and stuff because I'm not feeling well. I haven't been feeling well since last week, and I'm trying to get better. But I want to get this out for you so you can get your preparation in for the week ahead. Okay, £1 USD. What do we see? Where's the break of structure? Well, I just want you to bring your notice to this break of structure to the upside. It's a technical break of structure, like I was mentioning earlier, but it looks like it's just a liquidity grab. Why? Because it didn't close past that high. It just came up here to snatch stop orders and trigger alongs and for the intended move, okay, which is down. All right, we broke these short-term lows and highs, short-term lows till we got to this structural point here. And we broke that to the downside. And what do we expect? Price to go up and check, test the impulsing order block. Well, that was this one, right? That was this one right here. Okay, this bearish order block. I don't know why I got the wrong color. Okay, all right. So price came up, tested it, came on down. What did it do that we need to notice? It made a higher low. It didn't break that low. It made a higher low. What do we expect after a higher low is made? A higher high, right? Well, let's also see that the price action doesn't always goes that way. Price action said, I'm going to stop you here and you're going to try twice. Why am I giving us a close-up on this? Because price did it again. Wicked up past the high instead of closing past the high, which would indicate that price is turning from a bearish momentum to a bullish momentum. All right, that's not the case here. Came up here to snatch this liquidity for the intended move, which is apparently down. We formed this bearish order block here, and we tested it, and we are heading down, breaking this short-term low here. All right, we're actually at equal lows here, and I expect price to take the liquidity from here and continue down. And we'll see if price responds with bullish price action once it gets down here to this daily order block. There's a daily inside of this daily as well, this one here. So we'll see what price does once it gets down here. And it's being that it's a USD pair, we're going to find out if USD stays strong or weak. That would be weak. This would be a strong USD. Okay. Let's move on to the next pair, pound JPY. Pound JPY. I got a magic retail trend line here that says, hey, price is heading down. But what else do we notice? Where's the break of structure? Well, the only break here is this short-term low here. Price broke the structure. We had a short-term low here. The price came down, breaking that. But what you need to look at is this 8-hour order block, how price came down here, right? Reversed and didn't get any higher. We couldn't break that last high, the structural high. We made this invalid higher low. I say invalid because this didn't even break that high. We shot down and we made a higher low here. You need to keep those things in mind. Higher low, what are we expecting after this higher low? A higher high, right? That's what we can reasonably expect, but we always watch the price action for the markets to say, hey, we're not going any higher. We're going to maintain bearish momentum. Here's a bearish order block here, and another one was formed as it came in contact with that one. And this was retested and respected all along this magic trend line. that magic trend line is only going to ever serve as a secondary confluence. All right, that's all. All right, so we have this test of the order block, and price is on its way down. I expect it to continue down and reach this order block down here. And we'll see if price, in fact, starts to turn or not. Let's take a naughty peek at the stochastics. And what does the stochastics say? It looks like we're heading into overextended, this overextended market is heading into an oversold area. All right. That'll always, by the way, stochastics and any other indicator is always going to serve as a secondary confirmation. I mean, way secondary, okay. But what's interesting to note is how close it is to that overextended, the oversold area. And here we are as price is falling. And we'll see what happens when it reaches here. Are we going to get our reversal pattern and head back up? We're going to stop here at the trend line and then come down. We're going to find out. This is a pound yen. So this is one to watch, especially during Asia session. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. It's not too far off from what we're seeing with pound USD. They both bear watching for further bearish momentum. Okay, let's go to pound. Let's take a peek at pound CAD, by the way. A little different here. We had a break of structure to the upside, but it looked like a liquidity grab, right? Bouncing off of this daily bearish order block. And price came down to this range. You see, this range is pretty clearly defined here, right? What I find about these kind of ranges is breakouts are easy. When the breakout comes, we'll look for a retest on a lower time frame, and we take that sell, or we take the buy. I like when the trading range is clearly defined. Now we have bullish action going up to the upside, and I believe that bullish action will continue until we reach this order block. All right, these wicks here given some really looks like the bulls are pushing price up. Okay, so we'll see if we get a reversal pattern up there, and we'll see what happens come Wednesday, and maybe we might see further advances or declines in this market. But this isn't my first choice market. I'll tell you that right now, pound CAD, because oil is going to have some say on this, and we'll get to oil in a little bit. Let's go to Aussie USD next. Aussie USD. This is pretty simple. That looks like a quasi modal formation here. All right, we have a low, we have a lower, and we have what I'm hoping that will be a weak attempt to go lower than this. I'm hoping that what's going to happen is we get the reversal here where price will form the reversal pattern and form the higher low so that we can make a higher high. And it's that simple. We just got to see what the reaction is going to be. If we see bullish price action here, hey, it's going to be an easy buy, a very easy buy as it hits this daily order block here, you know, and our TP is going to be easily marked right here. That'd be TP1, and we can try and get up to these heights for TP2. As you wish, really. Take a peek. Look, we're oversold. This is an overextended market. So the stochastic supports a turn. If you like indies. All right. Let's go to AUDJPY next. AUDJPY. What do we have? Last week I told you we were going to watch this order block, and I got that eye on it. And because it was near a whole number, I'm thinking that price may want to do a little something there. Well, the whole number held, no closes below it, right? And the order block held, no closes below it. We're sitting right on top of another daily order block here that should be clearly marked. All right, but what we're looking for right now, and this is a hot market because we're at the order block, and this looks like my favorite reversal pattern. So we got this needs to be checked immediately, okay? Because this looked like it might be a move we want to take. All right. We're just looking for confirmation of the reversal pattern. Okay. And that would make the higher high, the higher low here. And we can reasonably expect price to make the higher high. Easy, right? Next, CAD yen. I haven't done this one in a while. Magic trend line, the magic retail trend line says, hey, we're respected here. No reason to think about buys yet, because price is still respecting sells. Prices come up from this 12-hour order block down here and hit the 3-day order block, rejected, formed a bearish engulfer, which is what you want to see when price comes in contact with a bearish order block. Price shot down, breaking short-term lows, and formed another bearish order block. Awesome. That is awesome sauce. All right. So price has already retested this bearish order block, and price declined from it. So I am looking for further declines in this market. Okay. And let's see what happens from this point. All right. Price is heading down. This one looks good. We go to a lower time frame for another retest, because you'll see another retest of a bearish order block in this candle, and that's where you want to take a short from. Okay, that's just an idea. If you do what you want to do. Next, CAD Swiss. Now I know I didn't perform. No CAD Swiss. We'll look at another market, because we have a breakout here, and this isn't my favorite, one of my favorite markets. Okay, what we're looking at, USDCAD. We do have a higher, not so high just yet. I'm hoping that this forms a lower high relative to this one, and and price turns bearish, right? Because this looks like a reversal pattern in the making, a head and shoulders, right? We have a magic trend line showing that price has been respecting this rise as this diagonal support shows, and we have a bullish order block down here, a daily bullish order block here, and you can see the tight trading range that price was in before Friday. Then we had this breakout. So I am thinking price is going to continue up a little bit, and then we're going to check for price to start to reverse here on the lower time frames and then come on down. This is USDCAD, so I'm expecting with USD the bullishness before Wednesday that may turn to bearishness, but in the short term, more bullishness. In the short term, more bullishness with the USD. I hope we understand each other. All right. Now, be careful when you have trading ranges like this, because what market makers like to do is do a move like this: down, up, down, just whipping all the liquidity from all those points, and then making the intended move. Okay. So be careful with that. This might be, these look like they might have been by design, like fake, like especially this one, like fake out. So just be careful. Don't get caught in it. All right. Look for price to hit this order block, and we'll look for signs of reversal, or if price just blows through, we know that USD is strong and we'll run with that. Next, NZDUSD. What do we see? Very clean. We have a bearish daily order block here. Price had a break of structure to the upside, turning around at this this order block, and we are heading down bearishly, right? What are we looking for? Price to return to impulse. This was the last order block before the break of structure. This is my first candidate, but this is the one I have money on. All right, this one here. This is a nice CP pattern, but this one took the time to base out a little bit. All right, this is a continuation pattern by what I mean by CP. Just a bullish, bearish, bullish, but it is an order block. We want to see how price reacts when it reaches this order block. If it blows through, I'm not going to be surprised, because this one looks a little more sturdier. And I'll look for price to make the higher low in one of these areas. All right, and then look for the higher high. If price just blows through, the FOMC had something to do with it. All right, and the Fed had something to do with that, and it weakened the dollar with some hawkish views or something. Okay, last one, NZD of the Forex pairs. NZD Swiss, easy. We're in a bearish order block. Price is chopping its way up in there. All right, we did break the high. We did breach the high for liquidity, and I'm wondering if price is going to continue down with the intended move. All right, after a break of structure, I'm expecting price to come down here to test the order block that sent it up there in the first place, and this is the only one I see so far, at least in this time frame. You'd have to go down to the 8-hour time frame to see other possible turning points, potential places for price to turn. All right, got a bunch of CP patterns there. Got an order block down here. All right, so if it makes it down here, this is where I'm expecting price to turn up, because as long as it doesn't break this low, that means it's still maintaining bullish momentum, and we can expect reasonably that price is going to make the higher high, higher than this one, right? Higher than the break of structure, and then higher than these, higher than this breach here. We're looking for a higher high to be made. Losing my voice. Okay. So I'm looking for price to round over up here with a reversal sign and then head down. That's what I'm looking for. All right, let's go up to gold. Next, gold. Gold gave a inverted head and shoulder. At least it's forming it anyway, right? That's easy to see. So we can expect some bullishness. We should be looking for some bullishness, but I suspect, you know, with this order block that price is sitting in right now over here, we had a double bottom here, we had a breach of the swing low here, right? Price returned to the impulse and price is coming back down. So we are in a bearish market. You know, this is bearish, okay? And we have bearish momentum, all right? I'm watching this area because of the inverted head and shoulder pattern, all right? So I'm just got my eye out for it, but right now everything's looking pretty bearish. So I'm not going to just jump into a trade, right? Let's see. Oh my gosh. Let's see if price actually makes it past this point and comes into the order block. Is price going to reverse from here? Or is price going to continue bearishly? Because we tapped this 3 times already. All right. And we're so deep into this order block that I'm not sure if there's enough buying orders to send price up. I really don't. I think I'm doubting it. So we'll see what happens as price is forming right here. We'll see what happens when it reaches this order block. So this is on watch, okay? And that is gold. Now, you understand how closely related this is to the USD. So if the USD turns out to be weak, just understand that we're going to see a reversal here and price is going to come up and that'll complete the quasi pattern. All right. So bear that in mind. If it comes up strong, we're going through the floor. We'll break these equal lows here and take the liquidity for people that took longs from here and here. All right, that's 3 places. Price just might sweep on through and just stab right through and head on down. All right, we're going to find out. We just have to watch the price action. Okay, USD 30. That's Dow Jones. All right, I just want you to notice. That's why I have these boxes here. We have bullish price action. All right. If you just play the Dow Jones to the upside and buy on the dips and average in, dollar averaging, what do you call it? I can't even think right now. What do you call it? Just buy on the dips, and you'll be fine in the long run. But if you're going to trade, just notice that the bullish order blocks are being tested, and the bullish price action, the bullish momentum is being maintained. This is an order block. It came back and tested it. This is an order block. It came back and tested that. All right. Now, price is chopping its way down into this thing now because we reached all-time highs, and then we couldn't get any higher in that trading range for as long as it broke out to the downside. Right now we're in this consolidation. Why? Because of the FOMC. You're not going to see this come Wednesday. I guarantee you that. You might see something like this here. All right. Or So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see about old Goldie. All right. I mean, old Dow Jones. So let's see what the price action brings us here and look for signs of reversal. All right. NASDAQ, same situation. If you just keep buying it, you'll be all right in the long run because it's always going to go up, right? Dollar cost averaging. That's what I was trying to think of. If I could just stop with this red drawing tool. All right. Now, the difference here is price broke up to these all-time highs and it's been bearish since, right? We had one brief pop once it got to this bearish or this bullish order block. It did respond when it got here, right? But now price is eating through that bearishly. All right. I don't think this this order block is going to last. And if you look, you'll see underneath there's no traffic to slow it down. All right. And we have what I call missing price, or the liquidity gap from here to about here. All right, price is going to fill this inefficient move. This is a movement of price in the markets where it's inefficient. That's why price comes back down, because this is an imbalance. This is all buyers. All right, price comes down to mitigate all of these moves down to the wick on the other side of the body. You go wick, body, and then this wick, and the in between the wick, these two wicks, is the gap that needs to be filled, and it's always filled. Just remember that. Big giant candles, all of them get filled, all of them. All right, so we're looking at bearishness, and I'm looking at the price to continue bearish. I don't think this this order block lasts, and we'll see if we'll look at this price, look at the price inside this order block, and look and try to detect a bearish, a bullish price action. If we don't see none, we know this is probably going to go ahead and fill in this fair value gap. Okay. Next and last, U.S. oil. I thought I did Bitcoin. U.S. oil, magic trend line for the retailers. It's been respected. We have a breakout. Okay. The breakout stopped at this bearish order block on the daily. All right. And we have a bullish order block on the daily, waiting for price to come back and see if we get a reversal or no. But what I'm looking at is this is going to be a nice sell. Just got to get in. Go to the lower time frames, like the hour and the 15-minute, and look for a test, a retest of a bearish order block. If we go down to the 15-minute, you'll see bearish order blocks. You look for a break of structure. I'm showing you how to do this now. You look for breaks of structure, and you look for price to come back and visit that impulsing order block. Too easy. All right. This one, it tried to, and just like the other ones, the market is saying, look, I'm trying, it's not easy. But this order block is waiting for it. And this is where you would get your best entries, on the retest of order blocks. Even if it doesn't come up here, you had this order block. Got it? You had this order block here. When the price came down, you wait for this order block to get retested. This is where you would have got in with and every time you enter, you put your stop loss above the order block in which you entered. If you get in on this one, this is where your stop loss goes. If you get in on this one, this is where your stop loss goes. Got it? You can do this, whittle it down to the 10-minute time frame, the 5-minute time frame, the 3-minute time frame. That's from me to you. Okay. Last one. BTCUSD. This is Bitcoin. Let's go back to the daily. What do we see on the daily? It's easy. It really is. Did we get a break of structure? Looks like we did. We have a break of structure here, and it broke this this low as well. And what are we looking for? Price to return to impulse, right? Well, prices move bullishly, and what you want to notice is it's maintaining bullish order blocks. This one just retested. Would make a nice buy to take up. Got it? This is what I'm trying to teach you. Trying to get you to see it yourself and be able to set up your own week ahead with your own weekly forecast. You know what I mean? Trying to get you there. Retest it. This is a good buy here, as far as I'm concerned. But I'm not a financial analyst. I'm not encouraging you to do anything other than use my analysis for educational purposes. Got it? Good. Hey, I hope you have a great week ahead of you. I hope I feel better and I can put out some more videos, and I really appreciate the support you've been giving me. That's from me to you. With hand over heart, thank you very much. And I'm hoping that I can earn some more likes. I get a lot of views, but I don't get a lot of likes. And that kind of weirds me out a little bit. I get a lot of subscribers compared to my views, and I have a lot of views compared to my likes, and that's everybody on YouTube. And I don't understand why that is, but I'm hoping that you like what I do. And I suggest that you subscribe so that you don't miss any of the updates. Okay, I will see you in the next video. Trade safe.